Let me tell you a secret that has the power to change your entire life. You don't get paid for the hours you work. You get paid for the value you bring. And that value grows only when you grow. Most people work tirelessly on their jobs, but never work on themselves. Jim Rohn said, work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Because when you become better, your life becomes better. Today, we'll explore how personal growth, discipline, and self-investment shape your future far more than any paycheck ever will. Your value comes from the person you become, not the job you work. And this truth is one of Jim Rohn's greatest teachings. When he said, don't ask for a bigger paycheck, ask for more skills, he wasn't discouraging ambition, he was showing the real path to growth. A job simply reflects your current value to the marketplace. If you want more, you must become more. What you earn is directly tied to the level of ability, mindset, and character you develop. And the moment you decide to upgrade yourself, your life starts to upgrade automatically. Most people spend their lives demanding more from others while giving the same version of themselves year after year. They say they want a promotion but never improve their attitude. They want better income but don't learn new skills. They want bigger opportunities but refuse to step outside their comfort zone. The marketplace doesn't reward wishes, it rewards value. And value is built through growth. When you invest in yourself, even in small ways, you expand your capacity. The person who reads more, learns more, and practices more naturally becomes the person who earns more. It's not magic, it's personal development. Your value is not measured by hours, it's measured by contribution. Two people can work the same 8 hours, but the one who has invested in learning, thinking, planning, and improving will always achieve more. Employers don't pay you for time, they pay you for the impact you can create during that time. When you grow your abilities, your time becomes more valuable. 1 hour of a skilled mind can outperform 10 hours of an average one. This is why working harder on yourself multiplies your opportunities. But value isn't just about technical skills, it's about mindset. A strong mindset makes you creative, persistent, and solution-oriented. When others panic, a strong-minded person thinks clearly. When others quit, they keep going. When others complain, they look for answers. This kind of mindset is rare, and rare things are valuable. Your mindset influences how you work, how you respond to challenges, and how others perceive your leadership. You don't just become valuable for what you can do, you become valuable for who you are. Discipline is another part of personal value. A person who consistently shows up, keeps promises, meets deadlines, and maintains high standards becomes someone people trust. Discipline turns ability into achievement. Without it, potential stays potential. With it, potential becomes reality. Discipline signals reliability, and reliability is a currency that pays for life. Character is the foundation that holds everything together. Skills and mindset matter, but character determines whether you maintain success once you achieve it. Honesty, respect, humility, and responsibility shape how people treat you and the opportunities they offer. Doors open for people with strong character, not because they ask, but because they've earned it. The beautiful thing is, when you upgrade yourself, you don't have to chase opportunities. Opportunities begin to chase you. People notice growth. They notice excellence. They notice commitment. When you become better, the world responds. Life isn't waiting for a better economy. It's waiting for a better you. Your value rises when you rise. Your income grows when you grow. Your life transforms when you transform. And that transformation begins the moment you decide to become the kind of person who deserves the success you dream of. Self-education creates long-term success because it transforms you from the inside out. Jim Rohn often said that formal education can help you earn a living, but self-education can make you a fortune. And this is not just about money, it's about the quality of your life, the opportunities you can create, the confidence you build, and the person you become along the way. Working harder on yourself begins with feeding your mind every single day, and when you commit to continuous learning, you unlock a life that keeps expanding. The world is changing faster than ever. Skills that were valuable 10 years ago are outdated today. The people who stay ahead are the ones who learn, adapt, and grow continuously. Self-education is your personal evolution. It keeps you sharp, relevant, and ready for what's coming next. When you read books, listen to mentors, take courses, or study people who have achieved what you want, you shorten your learning curve. You avoid mistakes that took others years to overcome. You gain insights that help you make smarter decisions. Knowledge becomes the competitive advantage that separates you from the average. Every book you read adds a new weapon to your arsenal. Some books teach you how to think. Others teach you how to work, how to manage, how to communicate, how to lead, or how to build better habits. Some books shift your mindset so deeply that they change the direction of your entire life. And all of this comes from a simple decision: to invest in your mind. Just as exercise shapes your body, learning shapes your future. Your mind becomes sharper, your vision becomes bigger, and your confidence becomes stronger. Self-education also builds your problem-solving abilities. When you learn more, you think better. You start seeing solutions where others see obstacles. You make decisions based on wisdom, not emotion. And in a world full of problems, the person who can solve them becomes extremely valuable. That value shows up in promotions, opportunities, business growth, and personal fulfillment. But self-education is not just about reading, it's about developing skills. Every new skill becomes another door that opens for you. Learning communication can help you build relationships that change your life. Learning sales can help you influence people and create income. Learning discipline helps you stay consistent. Learning leadership helps you guide teams, families, or communities. Skills increase your capacity, and capacity increases your opportunity. When you invest in learning, you're not just preparing for today, you're building the future version of yourself. The version of you who is confident, the version of you who is capable, the version of you who is ready for success. Every minute you spend learning is a deposit into your future bank account, and the return on that investment is priceless. Self-education is the foundation of long-term success because it never stops paying you. Jobs can be lost, opportunities can fade, but knowledge stays with you forever. It becomes part of who you are. When you grow yourself, you grow your chances. When you improve your mind, you improve your life. And when you make learning a lifelong habit, success becomes inevitable. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world, and that lens determines the quality of your life. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees a dead end, the other sees a lesson. One sees a problem, the other sees potential. Nothing outside you has as much influence on your future as the thoughts you allow inside your mind. When Jim Rohn said that mindset is the greatest asset, he meant that your internal world shapes your external results long before your actions do. A strong mindset gives you the resilience to move when life pushes back. It gives you the courage to take risks, the discipline to stay consistent, and the clarity to make the right decisions even when the wrong ones seem easier. A powerful mindset turns obstacles into opportunities. When others quit because things get difficult, a strong mind leans forward, knowing that growth hides inside struggle. You begin to understand that every challenge is a tool designed to sharpen you. Instead of asking, "Why me?" you start asking, "What is this teaching me?" That shift alone separates the average from the exceptional. Your mindset becomes your personal engine of transformation, fueling you when motivation fades and guiding you when the path gets messy. The truth is, you can have all the skills, resources, and talent in the world, but without the mindset to use them, they go to waste. Skills may open doors, but mindset determines how far you go after walking through them. A weak mindset turns small problems into mountains. A strong mindset turns mountains into stepping stones. When your thoughts become disciplined, your emotions become steady. When your emotions are steady, your actions become consistent. And consistency is what turns dreams into achievements. Success is not just about what you do.
It's about how you think while you do it. 80% of success is mental strength, the ability to focus, to believe, to persist, and to stay calm under pressure. The other 20% is skill, the part you can learn, practice, and improve. But it's the mindset that drives that improvement. It's the mindset that tells you to keep going, to keep learning, to keep becoming more valuable every single day. When your mind becomes your strongest ally instead of your biggest enemy, nothing can stop you from creating the life you want. In the end, your mindset is the foundation of every victory you will ever experience. Strengthen it, protect it, and train it daily. Because when your mind becomes unshakable, your future becomes unlimited. Your habits quietly shape your life far more than any paycheck ever will. A paycheck can sustain you for a month, but your habits determine the quality of your entire future. When Jim Rohn said to work harder on yourself, he was pointing directly at the routines you choose every single day. Because success is never an accident, it's the inevitable result of consistent behaviors repeated over time. If your habits are weak, unfocused, or reactive, your results will reflect that weakness. But when your habits are strong, intentional, and aligned with your goals, your potential expands in ways money alone could never create. The truth is, habits build identity. Every good habit you practice is a vote for the person you want to become. Every bad habit you continue is a vote for the person you're trying to leave behind. When you wake up early, you're casting a vote for discipline. When you read instead of scrolling, you're casting a vote for growth. When you exercise, you're casting a vote for self-respect. Over time, these small votes compound into massive transformation. You don't become great by forcing big actions once in a while. You become great by practicing small actions with consistency. Paychecks can give you comfort, but habits give you power. A paycheck pays the bills, but your habits build the life you dream about. The habit of learning increases your wisdom. The habit of discipline strengthens your character. The habit of planning sharpens your clarity. The habit of consistency transforms your goals into reality. A raise may improve your lifestyle temporarily, but better habits improve your entire direction permanently. The person with strong habits will always outperform the person who relies only on talent or luck. Think of your habits as the invisible architecture of your destiny. Everything you want, success, confidence, income, health, peace, purpose, flows from what you repeatedly do. If you want extraordinary results, start with ordinary actions done with extraordinary consistency. Greatness doesn't arrive suddenly. It is built in quiet moments, in early mornings, in disciplined evenings, in choices nobody else sees. Your routines are the private victories that later become public rewards. When your habits are aligned with who you want to be, your future becomes predictable in the best way possible. And here's the powerful truth. Building better habits is far more valuable than chasing a bigger paycheck. Paychecks come and go, but habits stay. Paychecks reflect your current value, but habits determine your future value. When you build the right routines, money begins to follow you, not the other way around. You don't chase success. Your habits make success inevitable. So build habits that strengthen you, elevate you, and prepare you for the life you want. Because your future is not shaped by what you wish for, it's shaped by what you repeatedly do. Personal development is the foundation of all personal power. It is the process of intentionally shaping yourself into someone capable of achieving more, handling more, and becoming more. When you focus on improving who you are, your mindset, your discipline, your skills, your character, you expand your inner capacity. You rise above limitations that once held you back. You evolve from someone who hopes for success into someone who attracts it. Growth doesn't just change what you can do, it changes who you are, and that changes everything. When you commit to developing yourself, you begin to notice that challenges don't intimidate you the way they used to. Problems that once felt overwhelming become opportunities to grow stronger. You stop avoiding responsibility and start embracing it because you've built the inner muscles to carry heavier loads. That is the real power of personal development. It increases your capacity for life. Instead of shrinking from pressure, you rise above it. Instead of breaking under stress, you learn to bend, adapt, and overcome. You become the kind of person who can be trusted with more opportunities, more leadership, more rewards. People naturally respect and admire those who work on themselves. Why? Because growth requires courage. It requires honesty, humility, and discipline, qualities that are rare. When you choose to improve yourself, you set yourself apart from the masses who settle for the minimum. You become someone others look up to, someone's presence inspires, whose actions motivate, whose words carry weight. Personal power isn't about being louder or more dominant. It's about having depth of character, clarity of purpose, and strength of spirit. Those qualities come only through self-improvement.
Success is never drawn to weakness. Weakness repels opportunity. Weak habits, weak thinking, weak discipline, these things create a life of stagnation. But when you strengthen your mindset, fortify your habits, and take responsibility for your growth, you create a magnetic force. Strength attracts success the way a flame attracts light. When you become stronger, life starts responding differently. Doors open that once remained shut. People want to work with you, trust you, support you, and follow you. The marketplace rewards those who bring value, and personal development increases your value. Comfort, on the other hand, keeps you small. Comfort convinces you to stay where you are, to avoid risk, to settle for what's easy. But nothing grows in comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of dreams, the quiet thief of potential. If you want personal power, real, lasting, unshakable power, you must step outside of comfort and into growth. Every time you challenge yourself, you stretch your capacity. Every time you discipline yourself, you strengthen your foundation. Every time you invest in your mind, your skills, or your habits, you build the strongest version of yourself. And that strongest version is unstoppable, not because life becomes easier, but because you become better. Personal power is earned through personal development. The more you grow, the more you can handle. The more you can handle, the more you can achieve. The more you achieve, the more life expands in your favor. Your journey to success begins with the decision to improve yourself, because everything around you improves only after you do. When you improve yourself, everything connected to your life begins to elevate. Your relationships grow stronger because you communicate better, listen deeper, and understand more. Your opportunities expand because people see the value you bring. Your income increases because your skills, mindset, and discipline make you capable of delivering more. Your future becomes brighter because you're no longer waiting for circumstances to shift. You're becoming the kind of person who creates the shift. The moment you decide to grow, your entire world starts to grow with you. Personal development is the root system that strengthens every branch of your life. When you work on yourself, your confidence, your clarity, your character, you become someone who moves through life with purpose and direction. Problems that once overwhelmed you become manageable. Goals that once seemed impossible become achievable. You start taking actions that align with the person you want to be, not the person you used to be. That transformation changes how you show up every day, and because of that, life starts responding differently to you. When you improve your mindset, you begin to see opportunities where others see barriers. You stop blaming luck, circumstances, or people, and start taking responsibility for your results. This mindset shift alone can change the trajectory of your life. Instead of waiting for a miracle, you become your own miracle. Instead of hoping life gets easier, you become stronger, sharper, and wiser. With every upgrade you make internally, your external world shifts to match it. Your actions become better. Your decisions become smarter. Your habits become more aligned with your goals. And slowly, the quality of your life rises. You become more disciplined, and discipline opens doors. It improves your health, your productivity, your consistency, and your reliability. People trust disciplined individuals because they know they will follow through. Opportunities are attracted to those who show commitment and strength of character. When you improve yourself, you naturally become that kind of person, someone who delivers results, keeps promises, and doesn't run from responsibility. The world rewards you because you've become someone worth rewarding. Your relationships also transform. When you grow emotionally, you communicate with more maturity. You respond, not react. You give respect because you carry self-respect. You attract better people because you've become better. Stronger relationships are not built by demanding more from others, but by improving what you bring to the table. As you evolve, your circle evolves. You stop tolerating negativity, laziness, and drama, not because you're better than others, but because you're becoming better than your old self. Your income follows the same rule. Money flows to value, and when you increase your personal value through learning, skills, discipline, and mindset, you naturally elevate your earning potential. Jim Rohn said, "For things to change, you have to change." And he was right. Nothing changes outside until something changes inside. When you improve yourself, you become a different level of person, more capable, more confident, more prepared, and life gives you opportunities that match that level. The change begins with you. The moment you rise, everything rises with you. Your life is simply a reflection of who you are becoming. Grow yourself, and you grow your world. Don't just work for a living, work for a life. Work harder on your skills. Work harder on your mindset. Work harder on your habits. Work harder on your future. Because when you become more, your life becomes more.